Hi everyone, my name is Andy. My YouTube channel is Andy Amazon Advocate. So today I have a good friend and he's doing something very interesting because he is actually the first guest that's in my studio today talking about Google. Okay, but before I say too much, maybe I'll let Shoshaf to introduce himself first.
Hi, I'm Joshua Ruskin. I own Ruskin Consulting. We do primarily Google Ads, but we do all sorts of online marketing. We're a Google All-Star Partner Agency, meaning that we're the top 2% of all Google Partner agencies. So we do, very high advanced work. We've worked with a lot of, really big tech companies. One was like Keen that raised $100 million in a seed funding round. I've worked with government agencies, just the two though, U.S. Navy, United States Department of Agriculture, as well as some colleges, universities for recruiting. So I've done a good amount of stuff. Definitely wasn't always like that. When I first started, it was much smaller, local, dentists, accountants. But now we've gotten a lot bigger, and we take on some big clients occasionally and do some real big projects.
You are in the US now, right?
No. I did not want to go back to the US. So I don't know if you know, because if you're from Singapore, that there's something called the foreign earned income exclusion. So a lot of Americans that are digital nomads are doing this, where if you're out of the country 11 months out of the year, you pay virtually no taxes. You pay no federal income tax, and then the state income tax that you would pay, depending on the state, will go away as well. So you only pay self-employment tax. So you pay a lot less tax. So I'm out of the country at least 11 months out of the year.
I see.
I'm in Colombia.
Colombia, yes, correct. Yeah. So you are there for some time already, or how long have you been there?
Yeah, I came here before the quarantine. I didn't know like what was happening, but I started off this year. I was in Philippines on New Year's. So I was Philippines, and I just flew in from Taiwan, and then I did because I usually spend winters in Asia. So then I went from Philippines, Thailand, the Nomad Summit, to Bali. And then I came here, and then I've been stuck here since. I'm supposed to be in Costa Rica by now, and Argentina, and all these other places, but not right now.
I see. Okay. Just now you say that you own a consultancy agency in Google.
Marketing agency, yes.
Maybe you want to tell us more about the more specific things that you do for your customers.
Yeah. So again, what I mostly do, I would say like 90%, maybe 80%, is search advertising. So, Google and Bing, mostly Google. And so the big thing I think that, I guess I do that we're really good at is really good at at the technical, the quantifying every component of doing Google ads. So I go with analytics and I really make sure that all the conversions are good conversions. So a big one I see, I would say more than 50% of the accounts I look at when I take on a client will have conversions like time on site, pages per session, like vanity metrics. And so my job is to first go in there and really make sure that the metrics and how we're measuring all the results are extremely clean, not just for Google Ads, but for SEO, for Amazon, for everything else we're going to do. So I'm really on that kind of side of it, on much more the technical measuring. I've got other people, like clients, that will likely use someone internally or another agency that does Amazon or whatever. But my job is to overall kind of look at the marketing, let them know what's working, what's not working, kind of like guide them into really making online marketing work for their company. That's, I guess, in a nutshell, what my company does.
So you do have e-commerce sellers as your customers as well?
Yeah, like we did one with like a pet grass, is a huge one I did. I've done alarm systems, but primarily like where I'm getting at now is government contracts and some sort of like, I guess, software. The software can be very different, but we're getting into like big software companies as well. So I'd say those are the two ones, because I'm from like SFA area, so I get a lot of those opportunities, like tech stuff. That's usually what I do, usually some kind of tech app or like some kind of government project.
For my friends, I believe that you definitely have some questions you want to ask Joshua, and it's impossible for me to ask everything, in like just in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So if you have any questions, don't worry, just leave me a feedback, a comment at the bottom of this video. I will do my best to ask Joshua for you guys. And also for you guys, you know that I'm also I'm an Amazon seller, of course. I'm also selling through Shopify to sell my products. So when I use Shopify, I will use actually Facebook ads and also influencers in Instagram, in TikTok to sell my product. So the missing link that I have been looking for all these years is actually the Google ads. So
Yeah.
I met you, and we are definitely going to discuss something out soon. And
Yeah.
to prepare for my next advertising phrase to push external traffic into my Amazon products as well. Okay.
Awesome. I love Google. It's very, very nice.
And with the Google Shopping now, it's free for sellers.
Yeah.
Good news
It's free.
for us. Yes. Okay. Maybe one last question before I end everything.
Of course. Yeah. What's up?
After this pandemic, I'm very sure it'll be over soon. What do you think, or what do you see or foresee will be the changes like in Google advertising after this pandemic?
Yeah. So if I were to be specific, I feel like that's there could be a broad answer, specific answer. Specifically, I know Google had a rollout they're going to do with changing the partner program. They're going to change like everything from head to toe. And they've done a lot of updates, but they've now extended it until next year. So I know that like all the updates are probably going to do it probably be a lot slower. I know a lot of I'll be honest, I've lost some work. I haven't had to let anybody go. We've got, we're still pretty good, but like, it's still like, it was a fair margin of, income that I lost at least. So I think they're going to roll things out and really try to help people bring that platform back. But in the long term, I think it's going to be very, very good for anybody, especially you actually. You're going to be really doing well with Amazon. I think that this pandemic did two things that are really going to bring, online marketing to a whole new level. Google search, obviously, but especially e-commerce, is that all these boomers, because I put a lot of thought into this, all these boomers would never use a cell phone, right? Would never like go online, do anything. Like I could think of my uncle, wouldn't even write his own emails, right? Wouldn't do his, would always do his own shopping. But now he has to do like Postmates and get all this food delivered. He has to interact with like apps to get foods. And now he's shopping online. He's doing everything online. He's not living in an apartment, right? So all these people that would never go online, never write an email, are now online. Now you can advertise to them. They've got money. They're boomers. Yes. And on the flip side too is that like companies on the other side, back in the day, might never think, because I've had people that like say, yeah, I want to hire you, Josh. Even Google wanted to hire me, but they wanted me to go in their office. And so I think that now people will be a lot more open to, outsourcing or at least contracting out the work. So I think that the digital nomad kind of traveling and, earning US dollars, but living off of pesos, that kind of mentality, currency arbitrage, is to get really big. And, it's going to be a real big open opportunity for us, after this quarantine, finishes.
That is so interesting. Okay. I foresee that, many new startups or even anything that is related to, online will be much better off. Like they have for the last 4 or 5 years, I think for this year in 2020.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm really glad that, thank you so much for having for letting me to interview you. And
of course, yeah.
Soon, especially once this pandemic is over, I'll see you in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, and I'd love to do a course with you, my friend. Like I need the Amazon side. I'm happy to meet you too, because I generally don't do products. I generally just focus on Google search. So it's really good that we can partner up on like projects.
Something together soon. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll see you then. Thank you so much.
All right, take care.